Not even close there. And we're underway. Fly ball to right. Cruz makes the catch. And there's one away. Here's Mookie Betts. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, the designated
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Swings through that one for strike one.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL NL history to hit 40-plus home runs.
And it's caught for the out.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. And a foul ball. Two outs. Base hit, center field. Betts around second, headed for third. The throw in, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Sometimes managers...
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up now for Washington, Ahmed Rosario. First pitch, and he just misses. Fouled off left side. Late that time, and it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bellinger makes the grab, one down. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. Right through there for a strike. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line. Dive in, it gets down. Could be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's at third with one away. That's a triple.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Nathaniel Lowe in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Out to short, bats up with it. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. High fly ball out to left field. Hernandez gets under it, and that is that. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Parker back to work. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. The batter now will be Will Smith. Went deep in the ball game last night.
Counts 1-0.
Squirts away a little bit. Smith, multi-time All-Star, batting sixth in today's lineup. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw.
1 ball, 1
Save.
strike.
Late swing fouled off. Man at second. Hit in the air out to center field. Nunez sizing this one up. One down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Bobby Witt Jr. the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon.
Runner takes off for third. Foul ball, still 0-2. One out and a runner at second. That one in the dirt.
Low.
Now 1-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
He's got it. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. Two away now.
Center fielder,
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Hernandez rounds third, headed for the plate. He's in there.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right
Batting
there.
ninth,
It sounded
second
different than
baseman,
most hits
Trey
coming off the
Turner.
bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Just
So
off
that's
the
off the plate.
outside
Ball two.
edge. Now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. So the batting order turns over. Next to the dish is Freddie. Fly to right. Turner runs. Ball misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Fought off foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's down and in. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. The throw into second. Gets back to first, no problem. A run comes in on the play.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read, and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a man into scoring position. Man on second, 2 down. In the air, right side. Lunging, but it gets down. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 4-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now it's the power speed combo. Schultz lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Base hit and a run in to score. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you
Now
flare a
batting
ball
left
out
fielder,
behind second
Teoscar
base, it's really a tough
Hernandez.
spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Hernandez will hit next. That's outside, and it's 1-0.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Wood right there to make the grab. And that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Nats 1. Back in Washington, D.C. And here is Riley Adams.
Riley Adams.
In there at the knees. It's 0-1. In the air, right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he's into third base with a leadoff triple.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Bellinger snags it. 1 away. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. Ball 1 there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Will Smith.
The pitch. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the 2nd game of the series. Throw to second, safe. With an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. That one out to right. Cruz makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
And that one upstairs. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Tatis waits. Got him swinging. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here's the DH for Washington, Ahmed Rosario. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and 1 pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. Line drive. Betts whips it to first. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Rosario dives back in. First
Nope,
pitch doesn't
outside.
find the zone. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Nice grab on the run. And there are 2 outs. Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the 3rd. Next offering is in for a strike. That one drifts inside. That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. A double inning. Back here in Nationals Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Trey Turner. On the ground, right side. Out on a bang-bang play. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here is Freddie Freeman. That's hard hit on the line. Young makes the grab for the 2nd out.
It's important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And that extends the inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball.
They take the force out, and that is the bottom of the 4th. And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Out to center. One up, one down. Riley Adams getting ready to hit. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Up and in, and that's ball 1. He caught it behind his back to first, and they get the out. 2 down, base is empty. Up now for Washington, Trey Lipscomb. On the ground to first, and foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. That to right. Fair ball. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. And it's fouled away. Check on the runner. Lipscomb back in on a dive. Back over to first. And they're keeping him close. Only one more disengagement left after that move. Lipscomb, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. He's got it. That is the inning. 1 hit. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jackson Rutledge.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Hernandez now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now. Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Next pitch is outside. Good eye right there. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Rutledge measures 6 feet 8 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Foul ball there. Next pitch way upstairs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. One out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground, and that's just foul. Swing and a ball popped up. Cruz pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch, not close. Swing and a foul out of play. Move to second. Oh, the throw is over his head. Runner. The 1-1. And now a bunt, but it's a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Up the middle, Nunez whips it to first on the run. Throw is high and over his head.
Well, you're already down in the game, and not just by a couple, and then that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart as a team.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. Late on that fastball. Activity in the Washington bullpen. DJ Hers, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Ferrer getting cranked up as well. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Witt on third with 2 out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. Stone back to work. That's a strike.
You know, these Nationals looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
The 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his third of the game. Ahmed Rosario now at the plate. To the right side, Turner throws to first in time. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Young stands in now and watches strike 1. That one the other way. And that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe.
Nathaniel Lowe.
And that drops in for a strike.
The 2-hole hitter showing so much versatility, understanding the situation, gets on base with 2 out to bring possibly the best hitters in this lineup up to the plate in this inning.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Dodgers leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. High fly ball out into left center field. And that'll do it. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Trey Turner. Turner pops it up. Low under it. And a quick out, number 1. So the lineup flips over. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Jorge Lopez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And it's 1-1.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boogie's.
That's a ball.
Just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. There's a swing and a drive. Going back on this one. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Relay to second, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Everything came together for him. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And that one fouled off. Man at second. Way outside, straight to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. The 1-1 is cut on and missed at a pitch
1 ball,
upstairs.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One away with a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings and misses. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Snap throw to third. Freeman dives back in safely. And the first offering is not close. In the dirt. Tag. Got him. What a throw to end the inning. There's a third so far. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
One gone, runner at first. Next to hit for the Nats, Riley Adams. 1 for 2. Stone checks over to first, and he's back. And ball 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Garcia stands at first with 1 out. Going to count 1 and 2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. That one ripped. Brings it in. 2 away now.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Hammered, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping.
Well, caught a run down there, and he's tagged out to end the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And the pitch. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Here's Cody Bellinger. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Cooperstown.
Huh?
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Cooperstown.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped and caught out in front. Didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now, Teoscar Hernandez.
All right, fine. Great one. Dude, just repick my outfit if you want.
Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch.
Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Bellinger, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That misses the zone. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing through that one. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity and elevated.